Today. I'm delighted to have Nicola Hawitt on from UpsellGuru with me today. Nicola, before we kick off, maybe just if you could spend a minute or two just telling us who you are and maybe a little bit about UpsellGuru and how UpsellGuru is different from other upselling tools.
Oh, amazing! Thank you, Michael. It's a great pleasure to be here today and speak to everyone about our amazing upsell system. But yeah, first of all, I'm Nicola, and I have been with UpsellGuru for nearly 7 years now. So started off in hotels. So I've a hotel background. I was working as part of reception, revenue teams, and then joined the world of hotel technology 7 years ago with UpsellGuru, and it's been an amazing journey so far. So yeah, the company has changed so much over the last 7 years. We have developed various different products to customers. So it's been a very interesting journey with them. I think one of the main things that sets UpsellGuru apart is that journey that we've been on, and the fact that we now offer a 360-degree upselling solution to hotels that really does offer them the opportunity to grow their profit in the 3 key stages of the guest journey. So pre-arrival, on arrival, and in-stay.
Fantastic, great. And obviously, you've just recently integrated with Ideas, which we'll touch on in a minute. But before we do that, I'm curious to learn a little bit more about UpsellGuru's bidding process, because that seems to be something that you do differently to other tools in the market.
Yeah, I think that's what we've been known for with the bidding system. So yeah, I think before we could talk about the bidding element, I think what I wanted to kind of speak about as well would be, the demand-based pricing kind of versus this experience-based pricing, and what we mean by that, because then that ties into why we do the bidding, because it's all about the guest experience about that. I think the difference for experience-based pricing is, if I was to give an example, obviously demand-based pricing Ideas just not the best. So you yield the rooms, somebody will book, make a reservation based on the fact that they have to be in London for a really important meeting, and that price will fluctuate because obviously demand is high at that moment in time, and the guests will book that room because there is a need for that room, and they need to be in London at that time. Now, when the customer then gets to the hotel, we kind of switch this a little bit. So we now are not so much doing demand-based pricing with that customer, but we're going to offer them extra services now to, enhance their stay. And what this does is this taps into kind of the more emotional side of selling, and the more, experience side of selling. So we are have various different algorithms, obviously at UpsellGuru, that can help you sell to the customer at that time. And one of the ways that we do that is obviously the bidding. So the bidding, basically, we offer the guest a price, a bid range of how much they can pay for a room, given at that point of time. And then they will, it's part of the gamification, and they're more likely to add on a room upgrade at that point. So they can, because they've already got the room, but then do they want a more comfortable room? If we're offering it at at a bid, then are they more likely to then go in and add that extra room, or add that upgrade on, or add extras onto their stay at that point?
Fantastic. So yeah, so the guest has already got a room, and then you using sort of experience to really upsell. So how does the integration with Ideas then change that process, or enhance that process for you and for the guest?
Yeah, exactly. So what we've got now, we've got that demand-based pricing, we've got that experience-based pricing, which is what we do. We've got all of those algorithms, your algorithms working together. What we now could do is we really now have enhanced that, because what we can do now from Ideas is we're getting a backup on that demand-based pricing, aren't we? So we're getting a price now for the room upgrade of what makes sense for the areas, the demand, the market, what the market's telling us, whether the hotel's going to forecast to fill and everything like that. So that really enhances the fact that when we present the customer a bid price, for example, then that is going to be a lot more likely to make sense for the hotel, because it's we're taking into consideration whether the hotel's busy or not, whether it's forecasted to fill, what the market's telling us. So we're getting all of that data from ideas. So then we're presenting the guests with an offer that is a lot more, in line with the hotel's pricing at that time as well.
Yeah, so you're taking sort of the emotion out of it. You're helping the hotels rather than have them come up with that price. This is using analytics to really determine what the minimum price is that that you should accept. And I'm guessing that allows you to then automatically accept the bid. You're removing a human intervention in terms of offering the price, but B, in accepting that. Have I understood that correctly?
Yeah, so that's exactly that. So what we have a autopilot. So obviously it's quite a complex integration. So we make it even easier by doing autopilot for the hotels. So which does exactly that, Michael. It takes away the kind of decision making process from the hotel. So they can basically give us a set of rules, and we can accept and deny offers based off automatically. So they don't even have to make that decision themselves. We are going to do that in the background. And what the hotels have got, which is really strong when we have, both of us working together, is the fact that there's very minimal risk for the hotels to let the machines take over. So then, because they know that bid range has been vetted, it's been sent to the customer, it's the correct bid range for that point in time, and if you've got availability, then we should be automatically accepting that, and it takes away that manual element completely. So it's really amazing.
Yeah, so at Ideas we sort of proclaim, or what we state is we're an automated decision system, and what that really means is that we are removing that emotional decision making from the user. So you're crunching thousands and thousands of data points, and automatically, as you said, looking at that data and then recommending decisions that are automatically pushed through. So A, we're saving time, but B, we're in the moment as well. And it ties in very closely to what you're saying now in the way that you're processing your bids. And there was some interesting research that was published towards the end of last year from the University of Zurich, plus some other universities. And they basically did, as far as I know, the first time that they actually compared sort of human pricing and rules-based pricing versus automated decision making. And the conclusion of this report is that automated decision making, such as Ideas, and now in what you've described in the way that you upsell your rooms, is likely to capture up to 36% more revenues, because you're taking that emotion out of the decisions, and you using it to push decisions based on real-time information. So it's really important. So I can really see the benefit from a hotel, but user perspective, but also just in terms of the returns that the hotels are getting. So yeah. Fantastic.
Yeah. Obviously and it's amazing. And I think the topic of today, conquering the competition and becoming more profitable with upselling and RMS, that links in perfectly to that, because if we are giving you that automation, giving you the power, at that decision making, also, the bid range is going to be in line with, your hotel forecast and what you need to bring in. So it's really does help the hotels, become more profitable and step away from step up from the competition, definitely. And when we were talking about the kind of the upsells and that kind of experience, based pricing, what we do with our kind of algorithms, when I would talk about that, it's the level of personalization and that emotion that we can kind of tap into, and that helps, create that kind of sale and at the upsell part of it. And the reason why that is, again, so important for hoteliers to really, make that really strong, that upsell process, is because we all know that the profit from an upsell is a lot more attractive than to the owners at the hotels, because the cost of the room is already being outlaid, the room's going to be cleaned anyway, but then when we upsell, then we're getting more money from that reservation, so we're making more more revenue and profit as well, which is really key.
So how do you go about personalizing that upsell, that upgrade? And I know it's not just rooms that you're upselling as well. You're upselling other amenities as well. So yeah, how do you do that? How do you actually make
Yeah.
sure that the thing that you're offering is relevant to the person that's actually receiving the offer, or making the bid?
Personalization is in everything we do at UpsellGuru. It comes down to the initial email or message that the guest has received from us. So whether they're a corporate customer, a leisure customer, you can actually change the look and feel, the timing of when that email goes out or that message goes out to them. So that's the first kind of level of it. But then we get into more details. So what we then can do is personalize each and every offer to the customer based on who they are, when they're coming to stay. And obviously with the, having an RMS integration, we're going to give them the right price as well.
Yeah.
The right guest at the right time, the right price. So that personalization can be something simple like, a breakfast add-on only being offered to customers that are on room only rates, or you can take it really, really complex and really detailed, and you can say, I want everybody with children on their booking that are staying with me next weekend to receive this specific upsell. So you can really drill it down as well. The level of personalization is, and that's really key to that experience price, and how we price experiences and how we sell experiences to customers as well.
Yeah, it's really interesting because this is, I believe that the next evolution in revenue management is much closer aligned or integration with marketing systems, because we know a lot about the demand, but we don't know a lot about the guest. And when the marketing systems or the CRM start working in conjunction and in tandem and start feeding each other information about demand and the profile of the guests and what their preferences are and what they like, it really, can help conversions. You're attracting the right guest, as you said, at the right time, at the right price. And I think we often talk about silos in our industry, and that silo does exist. It's obviously much better than it was, but I think the integration of those two systems is really going to help break the silos that still exist operationally today. Support the marketing efforts to ensure that the right promotions are going to the right guests at the right time with the help of the RMS. So that's fantastic. I know that you've also recently sort of improved the product to offer upselling at reception when the guest arrives on arrival. Can you tell us a little bit about that and the benefits that you're seeing from that human interaction? At the beginning we spoke about eliminating subjectivity from the decisions, but actually the machine and the humans working together is still beneficial.
I know, it's never going to go away. There's always going to be, us humans are here to stay, aren't we? So when we get, obviously, the pre-arrival piece of what we do, and that's probably what we're most commonly known for, is the pre-arrival and the bidding part of the system. But we actually see the front desk as a distribution channel for the hotel, because they're getting 100% of the customers directly, face to face with the front desk agents as well. We're taking a lot away from the front desk as well. We can automate, check-in, we can automate, the check-in cards, everything like that. So the front desk we should now be looking at as more of that personal interaction with that customer. And it's nothing better than being able to confidently offer them the opportunity to upgrade if you've still got rooms available to upgrade on the desk, or add extras onto their stay at that point. There's only so much that we can do in terms of sending a message to a customer or an email to a customer. We still get customers who don't necessarily you open that email, they don't look at that email, but what we did find before previously doing the on arrival part is we found that when you had a really strong pre-arrival system in place at your property, naturally your front desk sales increased because you're making people more aware. So they might not have had time to look at the message or the email, but then when they get to the desk, they might start asking questions about that. And if you haven't got, and then we found that a lot of people don't really have a system to track how well they're doing on those front desk sales as well. And they don't have a system that marries up with their activity in pre-arrival. So that's another thing that's really key to this kind of upsell journey, if you like, because what you can see in our system now is you can see what's happened in the pre-arrival I know what guests are coming. I can highlight guests to my front desk team who are high potential to have an upsell. I can even see if somebody's looked at our offers, maybe an abandoned cart. So I get all of that information on the desk, which is amazing. And then we also then can give the, when we were talking about the personalized offers, the front desk teams can see those personalized offers as well. So we're taking that element away. So again, the offers that the front desk team are going to be ones that are personalized to that customer and make sense to that customer. But then we found that, so that's great. That's all system based, isn't it? It's all tech. But we then found that, the driving force behind the front desk is the team. So yeah, the humans, and they are the ones that we need to invest in as well. We need to be investing in our people. So we actually also have an amazing training the days that we offer to our hotels, and it's in-house training. An UpsellGuru certified trainer comes to the hotel and they do that upsell training with the front desk teams, because you can have an amazing system, but if you don't have the confidence or the soft skills to be able to perform an upsell, then that won't succeed. And the results have just been phenomenal. I mean, I have obviously always been in the pre-arrival space, so I was actually so surprised to see that the revenue, it literally doubles, triples, quadruples when you activate that front desk stage as
amazing.
well.
Yeah, amazing. So no more asking if I stayed here before, or can I have your passport details? Now I'm going to have a meaningful conversation with the front desk person. And hopefully be excited and delighted just before my stay, which is amazing. So definitely. I think we're pretty much out of time. And Nicola, it's been wonderful. Thank you for your insights. Really, really interesting. And obviously we're very hopeful that this is going to be a long and prosperous relationship.
Yeah, just the beginning. Thank you so much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
My pleasure. Thank you very much.